Part 4. A tragic detour from God's original plan. We ended the last video with a question. What did we lose as a result of Adam and Eve's choice to go their own way instead of God's way? Perhaps the first and most sad result of this first sin was the withdrawal of God's Spirit from our own spirit and from the earth. When God's Spirit left us, we lost our relationship with God. With God's Spirit gone, Adam and Eve died spiritually. Instead of a living and loving partnership with God to develop the earth together, work would be, as it says in Genesis 3:19, by the sweat of our brow. Man was not only spiritually dead through separation from God, but now other signs began to appear. Our bodies were weakened, our minds began to lose their acuteness, and our emotions became unbalanced. Although men and women were originally made to live forever on the earth, we would now experience physical as well as spiritual death. Although sin started with Adam and Eve, it remains in the world because all of us have inherited their propensity to sin, and this holds true generation after generation. Each of us continue to perpetuate death in the world as we choose to live independent from God. Things just aren't the way they're supposed to be, and we all instinctively know this. The world is full of suffering, pain, and evil, and it affects all of us. Sadly, every new human life is born spiritually dead or separated from God and totally incapable of getting right with God on their own. Scripture tells us that all of us are dead in our transgressions and sins. If we try to deal with the problem of sin, separation, and death on our own, we're going to fail, and this will result in an even worse condition, eternal separation from God. There can be no self-help here. We can't get out of the situation we're in by our own strength or ingenuity. Then what are we to do? In the next video, we'll ask this question: can we recover what we've lost?